Hi, I'm Angie, and you're watching Dante's Boxing.
They did. First, they tried to admit it. We wanted him to gain confidence. And then they tried to paint the picture as if this man is crazy and we're all crazy for thinking that they would ever take the pads out of the gloves. And so I'm gonna read this statement left by boxing coach Barry. And then you can tell us if this was really left on your Instagram so people can know this is not Photoshop. And then you can tell us who this person is, why he's important, and what he has to do with the situation. And I'm going to read the statement now.
Okay,
so the statement that he left on Instagram was, this was one of the dirtiest things I've seen in the industry. Boxing sucks. The sport is beautiful. The industry sucks. The day you left, I actually helped, I actually flipped on them in sparring. Ben apologized and asked me to quiet down. Tyson was cool. He knew they were wrong, and I don't believe it was his decision. They were trying to hurt sparring partners so he could gain confidence. They changed the gloves the next day. And I put this picture up to show Tyson Fury with the same gloves on. And you said he took the padding out. And so now what you can do is you can tell us if that comment was really left, and you can tell us who that person is and why he's important.
First, that comment is true. That's boxing coach Barry. He was Lawrence Okolie's boxing coach. Lawrence Okolie is a cruiserweight from the UK, up-and-coming cruiserweight. You know, he's up-and-coming cruiserweight from the UK. And then when we originally were going to go to camp, I called other people like Cassius Chaney, another black fighter. I called him. I said, yo, this Tyson Fury's camp getting ready for Wilder. Are you about to head there? And then he said, no, because they're not allowing coaches to be in their camp, which is weird that do not let your coaches be in the camp because that's who protects you and watches over you. So now the protection and responsibility goes to the person who's the owner of the gym. That's how it just works. It's not a sanction. It just works like that in boxing, just like a brotherhoodly trust of a snake game, you know? And then so we found out so boxing coach Barry, we were training with boxing coach Barry. He does all these different techniques and stuff. And then we go in the back. Tyson's like, I'm going to put my sparring gloves with you. He told me that the other day. And then the day after we sparred, they said we're supposed to spar again the next day, but then no, because I fucked his ass up. And then we went to go we're basically done working out, and I went to go look around the gym because I haven't really saw the Wild Card boxing gym downstairs because it's like exclusive for exclusive big time fighters. So I went around and I went to Tyson. I saw Tyson's shoes, and these were sparring gloves. I picked them up, and then I started shaking them, and I was like, I took them out. I was like, yo guys, look at this, and I squeezed his glove, and a bunch of just foam fell out the bottom. And then if you look we stuck our hands on the inside, and there was like a little cut with padding felt like it being pulled. And then we checked the other gloves of other fighters in around there, and then we checked the glove. Another glove had an egg, those little egg weight things in there. Those little hand pound weights, those new ones that you can shadow box with. Right. One of those were inside of a glove. Now, I don't know if he's taking the padding out of a glove and sticking the hand weight in there and then taping it so it's flimsy with the hand weight at the end, because like a paper bag would be it blows in the wind, but his thing is snapping and making contact. It's like a whip almost with a separation of his hand. It's like snap, snap, snap. And and then we found out Isaac Lowe was also sparring people with 12-ounce gloves in his weight, and that's fighting. That's fight time gloves. He's sparring people with small gloves. That's who is Ben Davison's one of Ben Davis's fighters, and another one of Ben Davis's fighters is Billy Joe Saunders, who we all know tests positive for steroids every time he gets a top 10 fight. So I mean, there's not much in conclusion here, but the people, if they really want to believe or you want to follow what everybody else tries to think, so
right. And so basically, Ben Davison, you're an asshole. And this is not him. I'm saying this. Mm-hmm. You're an asshole, and you run a team of cheating fighters. That's what you do. And so I'm glad that you gave us the science behind, them putting the little hard objects in the glove. Because, like I said, what I do know for a fact is Tyson Fury's hand was not all the way in that glove.
No, you can clearly see that.
Right. But what I don't know is if he also has something in it. And now that you said that, we need to check them damn gloves to see if it was something in them, let alone the fact that we know that his fist wasn't in them, because them goddamn gloves was definitely flopping both fights. But is it true? Let me pull this back up. Mm-hmm. Is it true that this boxing coach Barry entity did confront them about what they did to you in regards to them gloves, and how did that go?
As soon as I found out about the gloves, I left that night on the airplane. I was like, you guys are paying for all my shit. You guys are paying for everything. I'm leaving. And then he was like, no, please don't leave. Blah, blah. And I was like, no, fuck this. It's been unprofessional. As soon as I got there, they didn't give me any food. They just told me this was my room, was an Airbnb. And then they told me they're supposed to pay for my food and all that shit. I went there and paid for all my food. In Sparring, you have them. They pay for food. They give you a gratuity daily, and then they pay you weekly for Sparring. I didn't get paid in agreements to what we had. I didn't get paid. I got my money used up, and I was homeless at the time. And then I ended up flying back, and then I ended up sparring Tyson Fury. Ended up feeling severe pain in my ribs and one point in my head because he only landed 2 punches, but I could feel his knuckle in the punches. It wasn't like I got rocked or anything. It's like I feel like if you ever got hit with like as opposed to somebody putting their fist, like wrapping their hand, a pillow around their fist and punching you.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
How y'all doing, ladies and gentlemen? As y'all heard, a witness confirming Tyson Fury tampered glove accusations, no other than Nicholas Asberry, Tyson Fury's own sparring partner, that accused him of tampering with his glove during sparring. What a coincidence. Usually, where is smoke, there's fire. So the $1 million question, how long old media and all of y'all decafs are gonna avoid or ignore the smoke? Is it till it gets too foggy for y'all to see? Because it's getting there. It's an epidemic of boxing as we speak. This grew faster than the coronavirus, or just as fast. And don't use the smoke to why y'all can't see the logical hard evidence right in front of y'all faces. Don't go Professor Stevie Wonder on me, starting to wonder instead of being able to see what's right in front of y'all faces. Because if there's a robber and he robbed a bank and he went to court and there's hard evidence and footage of him robbing the bank with a gun, then of course he will be arrested. However, y'all want to ignore the logical hard evidence and even a witness just to put icing on the cake. So just to put things in perspective, first things first, shout out to Young Pharaoh. He did a great interview with Nicholas Asberry. He's a boxer, and y'all most likely remember him for going viral, busting Tyson Fury using tampered gloves in sparring in order to hurt his opponents and gain power. Nicholas Asberry actually captured footage of this, as y'all see above, which I also reported on it. But the main point is, make sure y'all check out Young Pharaoh full interview, which was more than an hour long with Nicholas Asberry on Young Pharaoh channel, which I'm gonna leave the link in the description box below. It was a great informative interview, so make sure y'all click on the link and check out Young Pharaoh interview. With that being stated, subscribe below if you're trying to get smarter by the minute. If you're trying to get dumb about a second, don't. And listen to these decafs / old media who want to post videos of Tyson Fury talking about the coronavirus. Like, we'd rather take the advice from Tyson Fury than all of these media outlets and even presidents speaking on the matter. However, when it comes to reporting on the real news, which is Tyson Fury relinquishing his license to fight in the UK, giving up on a mega fight with Anthony Joshua in the UK, all to avoid justice for bribing a 70-year-old farmer to lie in court and avoid an 8-year ban by UKADA, which by his actions alone, he actually pleaded guilty. However, old media rather report on some BS than focus on the real life issues that's affecting boxing as a whole. That's why it's out with the old and in with the new, and new media is in the house. So welcome to Aki's investigation, and let's go ahead and dive into the business at hand. So as y'all heard, Nicholas Asberry, Tyson Fury's sparring partner, accused and claimed by stating that Tyson Fury took a lot of padding out of the glove when he picked it up, and another glove had an egg weight in it, which Nicholas Asberry believes that Tyson Fury could have easily placed the egg weight inside of the glove around the area where he took a lot of padding out, which is very possible, and that explains why the glove was rotating in 90 degrees when Tyson Fury threw a hook on more than one occasion in both of the Deontay Wilder fights. And keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, no one from old media have explained why Tyson Fury glove was rotating in 90 degrees when throwing a left hook, not a jab like Teddy Atlas tried to deflect. And actually, I have already made a video on that, debunking everything Teddy Atlas had to say. However, no one had an answer to my questions. And the video called Aki Kill Shot. So I'm gonna leave it in the comment section below. However, just to make it clear, I'm talking about throwing a left hook where the glove rotates in 90 degrees. And no one had the answer to that question. From Teddy Atlas to Paulie Malignaggi have explained why every time Tyson Fury threw a left hook, the glove rotated in a 90 degrees. And when he landed it, he slapped with it instead of landing with his fists closed, which he could have easily broke his hand on more than one occasion doing that. However, old media want to act like they deaf every time they hear the truth. And they rather hide from the truth instead of face it. But by doing so, y'all can't hide the truth because it's already out there. And like I always say, the difference between a human and an animal is that Allah, God blessed us with having a brain to think with. So we could logically make sense out of the situation. Now, if you tell me that someone put egg weight in the glove and his hand wasn't all the way in the glove, so when he threw a hook, it rotated in 90 degrees because the egg weight pushed the glove back, then that explains that situation. That logically makes sense. Because if you claim that the glove haven't been tampered with, then why will the glove rotate in 90 degrees? And let's not act ignorant. Explain to me and make sense out of this situation and these allegations if Tyson Fury is innocent. That's all I'm saying. Because Teddy Atlas, which I'm questioning, is he smarter than the 5th grader? He said the commission is there. That's the reason why. You see the deflection? He did not answer the question. However, I already have finished him on Kill Shot. But just to repeat myself, where was the commission when Margarito cheated against Cotto using loaded hand wraps? Where was the commission and why didn't they bust Margarito cheating against Sugar Shane Mosley? Why it had to take Sugar Shane Mosley trainer in order to do so? Why wasn't it the commission? Were the commission not doing their job every time Margarito fights? But now all of a sudden, they doing their job when Tyson Fury is fighting a guy that has a track record of cheating in the past? And this is a perfect example of double standards in the sport of boxing. Since Tyson Fury has the complexion for the protection, his Hope Insurance covers everything. And I mean literally, even when there's hard evidence, proof, and even witnesses. When it comes to both the Glovegate accusations, from the hard evidence that we could see right in front of our faces, and Nicholas Asberry being the witness, and on the other hand, Tyson Fury UCOD failed drug test, blaming it on the wild boar. That's like the wildest excuse and the dustiest excuse I ever heard by Tyson Fury, and even having a witness care foot. Y'all see where I'm coming from? Even Stevie Wonder don't have to wonder what's happening in boxing. He could clearly see it. But y'all gonna be blind to the truth? However, y'all can never ever hide the truth. And our key, just like Floyd Mayweather's favorite quote, rather be hated for telling the truth than be loved for telling a lie. I'm like that doctor. When you go to the doctor, you want to know the truth. You don't want the doctor to lie to you and tell you you're going to be A-okay when you're not. So I'm just like that doctor. That's why all of y'all here, all of y'all decafs that claim in the comment section every single time, Aki, why you stay preaching the truth? Why don't you report a lie? Just like old media. Well, guess what? New media, we cut different. And that's why y'all decafs always end up clicking on my videos. And even though all of these decafs, aka dumb casual ass fans, stay complaining in the comment section, not making any logical sense, just talking ish, not responding to any of my questions, However, they be the first one to comment. How ironic. Now, how idiotic is that? Y'all decavs never fail to amaze me wanting to hear the truth and seek out the truth, which Aki always delivers. And even though I love all my haters, Aki more so appreciates his Aki family and all my broskis. But that's beside the point. The point is, if you claim Tyson Fury didn't tamper with his glove and his fist wasn't located where the palm of the hand's supposed to be placed, then how you logically explain why Tyson Fury left glove was rotating in 90 degrees every time he threw a left hook against Deontay Wilder? Explain that logically. And remember, for every action, there's an equal and an opposite reaction in boxing, in life, and in science. So for all of y'all educated people out there, sciencely explain to me how the glove is rotating in 90 degrees. And also explain the way he was landing, slapping crooked without breaking his wrist throughout the fight in the first and second fight. So if you're going to explain one thing, explain the other and all of the other allegations. So if it ain't one thing, it's the damn other. And you can't logically explain that without confirming the allegations. And if the glove wasn't tampered with, then clearly there was an egg weight in the glove for it to rotate that far. It's impossible, ladies and gentlemen. You either have to be alien or non-human for that to happen with your wrist. And the way Tyson Fury landed it too, oh, it's over. He definitely broke his hand. But like I said, logically explain that and prove Tyson Fury innocence. And please, during this crisis, don't bury yourself alive the way Ben did. Tyson Fury, former trainer. And he's in on the dirt as well. So anything he say is thrown out the window. And I already have exposed them of doing this. But y'all can hear in the clip that I'm about to play him telling Tyson Fury during the Deontay Wilder fight, use your left hand. You that 1,000 times better than him. You could beat him with your left hand alone. Don't use your right hand. But if he 1,000 times better than Wilder, why he have to cheat in order to win is the $1 million question. Allegedly.
What did I tell you when we took this fight? You'll beat him with your left hand, yeah? Don't worry about that. That'll come naturally when it's there. Don't get greedy with that. Don't get complacent. You will beat him with your left hand alone. You're that much better than him, okay? Maintain that distance. 2 or 3 fights in, you're going to have the same thing over and over. He's not clever enough to work it out.
Ben Davison.
Now, if you can't logically explain all of the allegations, then Tyson Fury is guilty according to y'all defenders. However, if y'all could prove his innocence, please be my guest and do so. Like I told y'all time and time again, only a cheater knows how to get away with cheating. So if you bring an innocent man and tell him to explain how a cheater got away with cheating, it's only so much he could do. But so many fighters have spoken out, from Errol Spence retweeting it to Max Kellerman and ESPN to Charles Martin and Tyson Fury own countryman George Grove. And we saw even a world champion, a former world champion, that gave Tyson Fury his toughest fight to this day, according to Tyson Fury himself, Steve Cunningham, which I'm going to have a pleasure of interviewing him sometime soon. But he made a video, which I'm going to leave in the comment section below, displaying how Tyson Fury could have got away with cheating. And I told y'all on that video, it's hard for an innocent guy to display exactly how Tyson Fury cheated because only a cheater knows how to get away with cheating, allegedly. Furthermore, the egg weights could be the answer and the explanation to everything on the Glovegate accusations. For the people that's not informed on what's an egg weight is actually a new invention of weights for fighters to shadow box with. It's smaller. If you want it to be heavier, you could order one that's more dense with mass. It's easier to hold while shadow boxing is very small. You could stick your middle finger in the middle and it won't slip out of your hand like a regular weight. So fighters have been using that to shadow box with. So it's very possible that Tyson Fury could have easily used an egg weight if he allegedly didn't tamper with his glove, or all of the above. You just never know with Tyson Fury. I mean, that's geniusly criminal. So what y'all think about Tyson Fury's sparring partner accusations and him actually seeing egg weight in the glove? And even though I know the corruption in boxing is real, however, just like they say, expect the unexpected, and I definitely didn't see this coming. But shout out to Nicholas Asberry as he exposed this and talked about it with young Pharaoh. Make sure y'all check and watch the whole interview. Make sure y'all drop y'all comments and all of y'all decafs. If y'all want to debunk this, go ahead and make logical sense of this without making yourself look idiotic in the comment section. So with that being stated, I have seen and peeped all of y'all concerns over the UCOD case with Tyson Fury and the fact that he relinquished it, but they focused on that so much, which a lot of people believe is a deflection over the Glovegate accusations, turning the focus away from what Tyson Fury did wrong recently to something he did wrong absolutely 5 years ago. So yes, that could be a deflection, or Tyson Fury past hunting him, because karma is real. You never know. But one thing we do know, that Hope Insurance cover everything from erasing losses to erasing your past if you cheated, allegedly or not. Even if it's a fact, they still gonna erase it. But you can hide from the truth. However, you can never ever hide the truth. And like I always say, subscribe below if you want to know some shit about boxing. Word to my man Roger Mayweather, may he rest in peace. And subscribe below if you're trying to get smarter by the minute. If you're trying to get dumber by the second, don't. And listen to these decafs / old media. Shout out to DBN for being the entrepreneur of new media that I'm a part of. And if you're a casual fan and you want to be a hardcore, all you have to do is attend the IQ University every Sunday live on Split Decision. Is a boxing debate / talk show that I invented, where IQ is pound for pound #1 when it comes to debate, the past, present, and future. So call in, tune in. If you want to talk boxing, we could talk boxing. If you want to debate boxing, we could debate boxing. So to each your zone. Shout out to Lunatune for the funniest boxing memes. If a picture says 1,000 words, his picture says 1,000,000 words. And of course, follow me too at Aki TV on Instagram and cop the Aki merch. And to be continued on the next episode of Aki TV. Aki stand for my brother. This is the Boxing Brotherhood. And peace. We out you.
Look at this shit, man. And then, hold on, these are the sparring gloves they told me they got for me. These let's see. Watch the squeeze.
And guess what? That's the same brand he fought in during fight night. Those gloves are the same brand he fought in during fight night. Those he didn't fight in the Everlast brand during fight night. He fought in that brand, that UK brand.
So those is his fake. Those is the gloves where he be talking about. Those is the ones he won or he not gonna fight.
That's when you see his cut man going on the internet saying, "Oh, we never cheated in gloves." They laid out all Tyson Fury's gloves, and then he had different gloves, and he's like, "We use these gloves for this." And then he had those Everlast padlock gloves, but he said he used those for bag. But in the build up to the fight, if you watch the behind the scenes, Tyson Fury's getting ready to spar and puts on those Everlast gloves. Caught right there, And then that cut man wasn't even in camp during the time. He just came during the auto fight, the Weiland auto fight. That's when he came into play. He wasn't in camp at Freddie Roach's gym downstairs during the time this happened. So
yeah, so so basically, in other words, he needs to be quiet.
Yeah, he can't say nothing. He can't say absolutely nothing. This
person's Instagram, Boxing Coach Barry, and what he said, as I read his statement, I'm gonna let you jump in on it, is because initially Tyson Fury's team said that they did it. They took the padding out so he could allegedly gain confidence, and then they doubled back and just tried to cover it up and say that they never did that. And
yeah,
I'm not putting words in your mouth. I'm going to go on my own limit and say this.
Yeah,
this is me. This has nothing to do with the person I'm interviewing. I'm saying this. Y'all know how white people do. When you catch white people lying, the first thing they do is they say you're crazy and you're a conspiracy theorist. We all 9/11, and they sat here and told us, "Oh, we're crazy." The first thing white people do when you catch them lying is they act like you have a mental health issue.
Yep.
That's the first thing they do, and so that's what they did. First, they tried to admit it and say, "Oh, whatchamacallit, we wanted him to gain confidence. And then they tried to paint the picture as if this man is crazy and we're all crazy for thinking that they would ever take the pads out of the gloves. And so I'm gonna read this statement left by boxing coach Barry, and then you can tell us if this was really left on your Instagram so people can know this is not Photoshop. And then you can tell us who this person is, why he's important, and what he has to do with the situation. And I'm gonna read the statement now.
Okay. With that being said, it's only one more thing to say. If any of you guys out there are looking to grow your new YouTube channel or your existing YouTube channel, you want to get some new subscribers, go ahead and contact me at DantesBoxingNation@gmail.com. If there's a website you want to promote or something you're trying to sell, or you just want to get your name out there, anything it is, contact me at DantesBoxingNation@gmail.com. Now, while I'm talking about that, I want you guys to make sure you subscribe to my man's YouTube channel, Nate Drink One. He has a great new YouTube channel. He does a podcast, really good podcast with a full panel. So seriously, guys, go over there and show that support. It don't take nothing but a second to just go over there and click on that subscribe button. It's called A Drink of Wisdom. And what I really like about it is it has a little bit of an ESPN type of feel to it. Like I said, it's a new channel for my man Nate, so let's help him get to 1,000 subscribers. I'll leave you guys with a clip of his actual podcast show. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one.
Brief period of deliberation, Deontay Wilder has exercised his rematch option with Tyson Fury officially. The fight is scheduled to take place July 18th at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. The decision came just days after his loss, with Wilder seemingly thinking bad luck and circumstance had played a role in his loss last time. Fury will take the rematch, and it may be one of the last fights we see the Gypsy King in. So Drake, let's start with you, man. Is Wilder making a mistake by taking this rematch with Fury this soon?
Before I get to the answer of that question, two things I want to hit on about that first and second match. It's been brought out that the Nevada Commission, PBC, Top Rank, they're waiting on a B sample from Tyson Fury from the second fight. Evidently, something was wrong with his A sample, so they have to confirm it with the B sample. If what's being said is true, then we're talking a whole nother scenario here.